Hi guys, Katerina here. In this tutorial we will be learning cascading ponytail that is secure but loose in the same time. A lot of volume, a lot of texture, a lot of details. We have beautiful top, we have beautiful front. Follow the steps, learn from me, do the steps, and you'll be able to achieve this beautiful, beautiful hairstyle. Enjoy. Section up the hair, and I like to section up the hair with zigzags. So this is what we're gonna do. Here is her ear, so we're gonna use that as our point, and this is what we're gonna do. This is the head, this is the top of the head. So I'm gonna take it from the top and just do zigzags with my tail comb. Okay, so it's gonna look like this. I'm gonna just clean that up. Okay, so it looks like that. I'm gonna clip this part. And I'm going to do the same thing for the other side. And about here, okay, around the ear, point as well, point. Alright, so we have our curls, and what I'm going to do now, keep it as easy as possible, nothing complicated. I'm going to take each strand, use my flat brush, and tease a little bit at the root. Try it so your tease doesn't come through this way. Okay, tease, 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 tease. Brush out your outer part. Spray. Clean it up. Okay, clean it up. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to twist it in such a way and pull out some of it. So we create a little bit of texture. Okay, and clip. And clip. Okay. So now what I'm going to do next is I will start applying my hair extensions to this part over here. And just clip your extensions all around your ponytail. Okay. Okay, so we're just clipping it all around this bun. So it's nicely secured. Okay. Lots of hair we have going on. A lot of it. Okay. So here we go. I'm going to use a few more. I think I'm good. I'm going to stop. Okay, so we're going to start with curling our ponytail. I'm going to take my sections. About that much. Okay. And I'm going to start curling with my GHD curler. Use my curler and curl. I'm going to shove my strand. So we have preset our ponytail, okay? Everything is grabbed to the back. We don't have anything to worry about here. So now we just have a crown to deal with and the sides. So this is what I'm gonna do for these pieces. I'm gonna deal with the crown first. And what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna divide it into 3 sections with my tail comb. In fairly even sections. It doesn't have to be perfect, but just fairly even sections. And divide it one more time. And the purpose of this, what we're gonna do is we're going to create some texture at the top. Texture is nice for all styles, majority of the styles I do. Okay, I'm gonna clip that out of our way and clip this piece. We have this piece to deal with, and so what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna do lots of teasing and a lot of volume, lots of teasing, and I'm going to create a texture so this is all flowing this way. And I'm actually gonna curl this so this is not straight. Just put a little curl. Turn on my iron. I'm actually gonna spray this a bit too. Okay, so there's a few parts to this teasing. I'm gonna bring you guys a little closer so you see exactly how I do this. 2 sections. And what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to create a lot of volume. For the front, for the crown, etc. Okay, I'm gonna use a bit of a texturizing powder. I'm using Big Sexy Hair. And what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna divide it into sections, so it's into 2 sections, so it's easier for me to manage. Okay. So these 2 sections. Okay. I'm gonna use some of my powder and put it at the root. And take my flat brush and tease. I'm gonna be pretty generous with my tease here and try to do only make sure it doesn't come out from here, but most of it is just here. Okay, tease, 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 tease. Clean out your top. Okay. Now take my second section. And as I'm actually gonna turn around the other way. Oh. Gonna use my texturizing powder. Tease, tease, tease. Okay, clean out your front. Okay, I'm gonna use a bit of a spray at the back, just a bit. Okay, and I'm gonna do the same for the second part of it, for the second layer of that same layer. I'm gonna use a bit of a powder. Sections put together, and the reason I separate it is so I create more volume, so I have more control, because if I were to tease just one big chunk, it wouldn't have the same effect. It wouldn't look nowhere near like that. It wouldn't have that much volume. So now what I'm going to do is going to take this whole piece together, brush out, clean out my top so I don't see anything as much as possible. And you're going to have layers of more on top of it, but I don't want to take a risk and see anything at all. So that's why I'm making sure that I clean out every layer. Brush out my top. Okay, and what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna create this sort of bun looking piece. Take out some strands. And all this is for the volume, okay? So take it out and use your pin and clip it, okay? Have this sort of raised, I don't know how to call it, raised piece here. So this is gonna create a volume that we need. So when we're styling a ponytail, it's just a nice flow. It's not flat here and there's all these big things here. I mean, mind you, there are different ponytails and different styles. Sometimes it's nice to have like a slick front, but for this particular one, I'm going to do differently. So here we go. I'm going to do very similar here, but I'm going to divide it into 2 sections, okay? But I'm going to tease it each piece and style each piece so we have more texture. This one I don't care that much because nobody's gonna see that part. This is just purpose so it holds the rest of the volume, okay? So I'm gonna divide it into 2 sections again. Okay, 2 sections. 2 sections, and now I'm going to divide it into 2. Okay, 2. I'm going to clip that one just in case so it doesn't tangle with the rest. And I'm going to use a bit of powder. Be careful when you press this. Sometimes I press it too hard and there's like a lot comes out. So just watch out because you need a bit of powder, but you don't need a lot. Otherwise the hair gets too sticky and you don't want that. Okay. We have this piece left. I'm going to divide it into 3 pieces. 1, okay, 2 and 3, okay. And I'm going to tease each individual one. So we have more volume and more texture. When you're doing these things in layers, you have more control, more volume, more texture. And you could really build this up. This is extremely important for this layer, for the front of the tease not to show or any fuzzy. So when you're teasing, just tease it this way. So you're only teasing the back, right? Only the back. See the volume? And that's because of the powder, okay? So now I'm going to clean out the front, make sure nothing is showing, okay? Nothing, I don't want to see anything, okay? I'm going to use a bit of a spray to clean this whole thing up and to smooth it out from anything that we don't like. Okay, I still see a bit of stuff. So take your time, okay? The front is what people see, okay? They might love the back, yeah, they're gonna love it, the whole look, of course. But the front is the key for any hairstyle. This is what people see the most. And the bride will constantly look at herself in the front. So be mindful of that. Okay, I'm just gonna leave this piece here and do my teasing for the other 3 pieces. Okay, make sure nothing is in the way here. Okay, and now we're going to give some texture and style it and clip it. Okay, so this is what we have. Look up with your head. Yeah. So this is what we have. We have texture, we have volume. This is really, really nice. It came out beautiful. We have some pieces here, but that's fine. We're gonna clip it, not to worry about that. We don't need to worry about this right now. We could just leave it aside. Gonna clip it afterwards, not a problem. Okay, now we're gonna deal with the sides and the front, my most favorite part. Okay. All right, looking beautiful. How I'm gonna deal with the sides? I'm going to do a bit of a curl because I do want a bit of volume here, and so it's flowing nicely. And okay. So I'm going to curl her hair, tease and curl, tease and curl, tease and curl. And I'm gonna do it in several sections. Gonna take the front, section by section. Okay, just about that much. Okay, that much. And this is how I'm gonna curl it. I want that front to have that beautiful flowing look. So that much. I'm going to use a bit of my texturizing powder. Okay, gonna tease it. Tease it. Just so. Okay, make sure that my top has to be clean here, especially here. So tease a bit more. I could always take down my volume if I have to for this part, so I'm not too concerned at this stage if it's like too much. So, but most I'm concerned about is this part is clean. Okay, so we've created the volume. I'm gonna use some spray. And brush out my strand. Brush out my strand. I'm gonna use my curling iron. Same one. And I'm going to curl the hair this way. Okay. I really want that volume to hold, so I have it right at the root. And I'm going to clip it just to set it a little bit. Okay. Okay, gonna take the second layer, do exactly the same thing that I just did for the previous layer. Section. thing for the other side. And following that, I'm going to take out my pony, style my pony, and then finish the front. I really want that to set. And that's that. Okay, so now we're going to style this ponytail, and we're gonna do it piece by piece. I'm gonna bring you guys closer so you see exactly what I'm doing. Okay, I'm gonna start from the bottom and work my way to the top. Okay, I'm gonna take out my strand. Okay, so this curl is done beautifully. Okay, I'm gonna brush out my curl with my flat brush. Brush it out, brush it out, brush it out. This one keeps tangling. Okay, brush it out. Okay. I'm gonna use my Volume Up by Osis. Gonna spray my strand. Brush it out again with the bigger teeth. Okay. And I'm going to pull out some strands. Just make more volume. Use my hard spray now. I'm gonna use Osis Extra Hold Spray. Just this one. I'm gonna put. Okay. Take the second layer of the same curl, take it apart. Sorry, pull it out. Spray. Okay. Spray, spray, spray. Make sure your ends are clean and done. So this is what it should look like. Your curl. Okay, I'm going to take out my second curl. Brush it out. Okay, brush it out. Use my Volume Up. Spray my curl. Use bigger teeth. Okay. Pull out your strand. So use your hard spray. I'm using Osis. Okay, take out the second part. Pull it out. Spray. So these are your curls, and we're going to do all of them just as such and build our way up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little trick here. I'm going to clip these two together. And the reason I'm doing it because I want to have a little bit of a control of how I want my pony to flow. So I'm going to use a little pin and I'm going to clip these two together. Okay, so that way it's in control. It's not flying all over the place. So our pony is secured. Okay. We'll take our next section. So we're done a ponytail. It's ready, it's done, it looks amazing. So beautiful. And now we have to deal with the front and the sides and finish our style. So I'm going to do this section by section. Style it, clip it, style it, clip it. I'm going to bring you guys closer so you can see exactly what I'm doing. We will need bobby pins. So this is how we're going to do this. Very simply. We need a flat brush as always. And we're going to brush up this part right here. Make sure it's nice and clean. Use a little bit of a spray just to clean it out. Okay, no fuzzies. And now I'm going to use a bit of a volume up. Use a bigger teeth. Gonna put it right here and pull out this part down. Create a bit of a texture. Oops, it's stuck. Okay, create a bit of a texture and clip it. Okay. Now, I'm going to take the second part. Take this out so it's not in our way. Brush this out. That, I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, but I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to brush this out. Okay, and I have this one more piece. Just going to clip it here for now so it's out of our way. Okay. Brush it out good. I'm going to use my volume up, use my bigger teeth, okay, and style it to the back as well. Create some texture, okay, clip. So this is what we have. We have texture, we have volume, we have a nice definition to the style. You could really see it now. It's coming together. And now I have this piece left, okay? I'm gonna deal with this just after I finish the other side because I wanna see how everything comes together in the front because this is the bangs. I wanna make sure it's just where it's supposed to be. So I'm gonna leave this for now. I'm gonna deal with the other side first. Nice. Okay, so now we just have to deal with bangs. I'm gonna brush out both sides. And I'm gonna see pretty much what's going to look good with her face. And with this hairstyle. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to divide it into sections. very similarly. And the only thing I have left is just to cover this part with the ponytail. I have a little pieces here, so I'm gonna use that to cover our pony and we're good. So I'm gonna style this other part. How do you feel?
Good.
Good. Okay, so we have all this is happening right here. Lots of volume, very nice look. She's all done and ready to go. Now I just have to finish basically to cover up the pony, you know, like we don't want to see none of the mess. So I always like to leave a little bit of a hair behind from the top, so that way I can just cover it up. That's really what it is. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take this piece that's left. You see this piece? I'm just gonna wrap it, spray it first of all. Ooh. Let's spray it. Where's my spray? I'm gonna spray with my volume up. Brush it out. Sorry. Okay. And just go over it with my point, go behind it, over it, what have you. I want to show you and not cover the picture. Okay, clip it so it's secure at the bottom. So we covered that up, you see? We covered it up. Now I have a little piece on this side as well. So I'm gonna use all of this greatness and cover the rest. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Hair extension, just one piece. I'm gonna use it just to cover it all up. In case anything is peeking through. Brush it, spray it. Okay. Gonna clip it on one side, even underneath our pony. Okay, oops, gotta clip it every which way. Make sure nothing is showing. Use pins to secure it. So make sure you cover everything, okay? Alternatively, you could use a piece of this hair as well to cover it, but I had like one piece of extension, so I have two of them. So if anything, it's not a big deal. I could always do that. Okay, cover everything. She's getting sleepy. Okay, secure everything with your bobby pins. Okay. Use a spray just to clean everything out. Make sure nothing is showing anywhere. Check your hair. If you see something, make sure you do your action immediately so you don't have anything showing anywhere where it's not supposed to. So this is what we have going on. What we've been working towards this last little bit. We'll say it like that. So I'm pretty happy with it. I just want to make sure everything is covered. I'm like really crazy about the stuff that I don't want anything to show. I want to make sure this is flawless look in every possible way, that it's all even on every aspect. Look at your hair. Do your fixings while you can, okay? Go. Our ponytail is ready. It's beautiful, flawless, luxurious, lasting. It's gonna hold. We have pins in the pony itself, so this is gonna help us to hold. We have lots of texture, a lot of details, and it's just beautiful. All we need to do is just dress it up, and we're good. very happy about this.